Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Very exciting video. I'm sorry if the frame is a little crooked. I made a video last week where I discussed the name of my brand and what my thoughts were behind it, and I've received so much love from you, so I wanted to start off by saying thank you. I've gone through so many comments and they're all so sweet. I wanted to do like a deep dive and answer all of the questions that potentially people might have about the brand, and also everything that I've done to get to this point to finally launch Homebody. First things first, I read a lot of comments where people think that it is a home decor brand, and while I love home decor, I would like to call myself a collector of cute things. Homebody is actually not a decor brand, it is a lifestyle brand, and there is a lot that I visualize under this umbrella, under this name and this universe. There are so many products that I think of. I don't know how that'll turn out when I get to executing those things, but there is so much that I visualize for this universe. The idea, like I mentioned, started around 2021, 2022. I wanted to do a lifestyle brand, but I didn't know where to start from. I have to say it. I just have to say it. How will I talk more without telling you what the first product is? The first product is pajamas. Oh my god, the number of people that have commented pajamas is insane. Every time I read a comment, I would like giggle and feel like funny that people are actually guessing the correct thing, because you can, relate the two things, me and the product, which is great. My most popular pajama, actually, for some reason, a lot of people still comment and tell me about the avocado pajamas I used to wear during lockdown. And like the whole world, I spent my lockdown in pajamas as well. Like, I used to be dressed up from the top but be in my pajamas from the bottom. Feel like lockdown spoilt me a little bit, where I just hated being uncomfy after that. But the fact that so many of you were able to guess that and figure that out is insane. This is not completely just a pajama brand. It's not limited to pajamas, but our first product is pajamas. We are launching with 2 sets, and I'm gonna get into that and show you the sets a little later in the video. But I wanted to take you back to 2022, where I started ideating, and from the get-go, pajamas was the first thought that I had. Like, I knew my first product has to be this. I definitely saw that gap in the market as well. When I started thinking about it, there weren't a lot of pajama brands, not just like creator brands, but brands in general. So in 2022 also, I started talking about, let's start with pajamas, it's going to be very exciting. And that is when I started doing sampling, and I was actually doing this with other people as well involved in the brand. I kept going back and forth. For me, the delay was more about just how underconfident I was feeling at that point. I feel like I was very drained emotionally, physically, just overall. Like, 2 years were really difficult for me, and I just didn't want to be seen anywhere online, and I was still making videos. I was still extremely burnt out, and I felt like that hamster running on the hamster wheel. So it was just constantly go when I was not really feeling my best, and I felt like I wasn't going to do a good job at starting something new. And then again in 2024, I started, going back into sampling, going back into conversations and stuff. Again, there was like a gut feeling. I don't know why, but it just didn't feel like the right time. And I knew that I was going to lose the first mover's advantage, and it was very exciting, but I just didn't have it in me. And I genuinely was so drained, so low, that I couldn't see myself pouring my energy into something else. Like, even my content and my YouTube back then, I felt like I lost my flow, and I wasn't really present on YouTube as well. Intuition and gut feeling wise, I just wasn't feeling it. And then 2025, people around me are like, when is this brand coming out? Because I'm talking about it to my team, my family, for so long. They're like, when is this brand coming out? Do you want to and it was also like a question mark all the time. I'm like, why am I thinking about this then? Maybe it's not like meant for me. Maybe I don't need to start a brand. I shouldn't do it. I don't know anything about running a brand. Why am I even taking this on myself? What if I don't do a good job? What if nobody buys anything? What if I fail at it? And all of these things were like a constant loop in my head. And the only person that has given me countless pep talks is Addy. And I have been talking to him since the time he was my boyfriend. Then he became my fiance. Then he became my husband. And he's still going at it. He is still motivating me every day and pushing me. He's constantly told me that it's valid to like feel scared before starting something. But to feel scared to that point where you don't want to start doesn't make sense. You're like holding yourself back, thinking of all the negative outcomes possible without putting anything out there. I don't come from hustle mindset. I just feel like I have also changed over time, and I don't feel like I have it in me to have like this hustle energy of making this the bestseller, #1 brand or whatever. I just want to make products that I enjoy and hopefully other people enjoy and want to use in their life. And then when like you want to potentially like grow your brand, you think of it when you get to that point. I've been holding myself back, like thinking about all the possible outcomes, and even I realized like it's not doing anything good for me. I can't tell unless I put something out there what people's reaction will be. So 2025 I changed manufacturing. I just felt like my energy wasn't aligning. We started sampling again. I started choosing Pantone shades for the first collection. We decided to launch with 2 sets, and in Feb last year I picked out the Pantone shades. I'm gonna share like snippets from my camera roll so that you can understand like what all I've been doing this past year. This has honestly just been something that I wanted to pursue, but I've always put it on the back foot. Yeah, because I've prioritized my career as a creator first. When we decided to launch with 2 sets, starting out with solid sets made the most sense for me at that point last year, and I picked out these 2 Pantone shades and we got them made. We picked out the Pantone shades, and then in a few days Addy and I decided that we're getting married. And again, that also happened in a day. It was so quick. I have one video where like we were discussing with my mom and my sister. It like instantly started the conversation, charged up that this is happening this year. Then we started talking about like seeing wedding planners, seeing wedding venues, outfits, all of that. The first time I received the outfits, I think was in April. I've been trying to find that video of, me and Khushi trying on both the sets and then showing it to our mom. And I can't find it on anyone's phone. But I texted my manufacturer that night that these sets are perfect. We had very minor tweaks, which honestly was the first time that it had happened where I had just minor tweaks. Otherwise, I usually had like a long list of pros and cons, that the fabric is itchy, it's this, it's that, it's not fitting, the shorts are too tight, or like all of these things. And this was like the first time where we picked out the shade. The first sample itself had like very minimal changes, and I was very happy with that. And I did a sleep test. I would wear the sets and usually like see how I feel throughout the night and how the fabric feels. Does it feel like too rough on the skin and all of that? We were thinking to launch immediately, but at the same time, parallelly, I was doing venue recce's and going on brand trips. I remember taking the outfit to a brand trip. I had gone with Cordaly in May, and I took pictures in the outfit like at the property and stuff because I was thinking that I'm going to launch this really soon. But at the same time, we were doing like venue recce's, and even the wedding process was really moving quick. I realized that it was quite an expensive affair because I had decided to pay for my own wedding. I would end up asking my mom for help, which honestly I didn't want to do, and I didn't want to put that kind of pressure on her. But it was definitely stressful. Like, it was an expensive affair altogether. My wedding, planning the whole thing, was not a fun process for me. Like, I I don't know if I've said this in any of my vlogs before, but I had a very stressful time planning my wedding, because it was not just the stress of like making decisions, but it was also a lot of stress to like financially plan the whole thing. You want to be mindful of things that you're spending on, and we were very mindful to an extent, but at the same time, you have to host people, you have to wear outfits, you want to make sure like people are having a good time, and at the same time, I wanted it to be something that we would really like cherish, which we've succeeded at. We really think those 3 days were absolutely so much fun and so special, and I'm very glad that everybody that attended our wedding has the same things to say. They really had a good time, which, you know what, it's all worth it. The 3 days of my wedding, I really had a great time. I didn't worry about anything because the pre-planning was efficiently, done. But at the same time, it was stressful. It was a lot of money that I put into my wedding, which I had to then try and balance out the investment that I was going to make in my brand as well, because again, this brand is also fully funded by me at this point. I honestly think I delayed things more and more because I felt like nobody knows about this. This is just like my decision at the moment, and I'll just keep pushing it. I'll keep pushing it because I don't have like a deadline. I really had to make myself like understand that you cannot wait for everything to be perfect and everything to be timed correctly. So I've actually been wearing these sets for a year and just chilling in them. I am now so excited that you guys can finally see what the brand is. I'm preparing myself to not have a perfect launch, because that's how it is, right? You don't start off knowing everything and doing everything correctly, and I'm sure something or the other will, go wrong, or we'll like receive feedback from people and understand that, oh, we could have done this better and we messed up here and all of that. So I'm preparing myself for that, but at the same time, I'm hoping for the best. I also might sound very naive. If there's any like brand founders watching this, I might sound really naive and they might be like, this girl is just stupid and she should not start a brand and she knows nothing about it. But I want to try and avoid the feeling of burning out. I have experienced that a lot as a content creator, and I feel like that'll to some extent like seep into this brand as well. But I want to try and avoid it and not try and do everything myself. I'm going to try and get help and get people that can see my vision and help me execute stuff, because I also have a full-time career at the same time, and I keep thinking about the long-term vision, keep thinking about things like on the personal side also, which I have to think. Things will like change in my life on the personal side as well, and I have to keep all of those things in my mind when I think of the long-term vision. I also don't want to be in the hustle mindset, because I'm not in that phase of life. And also, how am I supposed to make a brand about slowing down, taking care of yourself, being mindful of your own mental health, and doing things to like recharge and feel good about yourself, and burning myself out? I feel like those two things don't make sense. And maybe someone that's already got a brand might be looking at me and thinking that I am really stupid and naive to think that I can have balance and run a brand and run my life and have a full-time content creator career at the same, like all at the same time. I don't know how I'll do it, but at this, I really don't want to burn myself out, because I also have grown as a human. That's something for me to figure out. But now, guys, I think I should show you both the pajama sets. You must have seen a sneak peek on the Instagram page. Please follow the Homebody Instagram page. You'll get all the updates on that page as well. I'm going to wear both of them for you. Both sets come with full sleeve button down shirts. The blue set comes with shorts and a little crochet detailing on the bottom of the shorts. We have pockets in both of them. I feel like pockets are just comfortable when you want to like throw in your lip balm or your keys or a hair clip or a scrunchie or something. Pocket is useful. I love the oversized fit. I actually wanted to go for an oversized fit because I feel like a lot of people like that when they're at home. And for the second set, we have this really nice pink color set with red piping on it. This again, I feel like is really comfortable and oversized. It's a button-down shirt with long pants, and we went with like classic piping and collar. I actually went back and forth with doing like a normal shirt collar. To sleep, I didn't really find it comfortable, so we went with this collar, and we've just got classic piping on the sleeves and the bottom of the pant. These are the two colorways that we picked out last year, and I feel like a year later I still love them. I still think they're really cute. I also feel like it's a cute like pairing for like best friends or sisters, where you both can like match in these pajamas and then obviously like interchange with each other. And as a first time founder doing the first launch, we were really like confused with the quantity, with sizing and all of that. So I feel like this one really is us testing the waters and getting to know our customers. Like, this is just something we will learn after the first collection. I would love to know what your thoughts are when you see these sets. We actually did a really fun 2-day shoot for the brand. We also had 2 models come in for the second day. Their names are Vidushi and Beena, and they were so sweet to work with. We had such a fun time. Like, as a team, I feel like that was our first outing as like team Homebody, but we just had so much fun. And I actually vlogged it also, so maybe I'll post that like a few vlogs later. The launch date, guys, very exciting. Our launch date is 18th of June. Again, someone pointed out in my last video that 18th of June was the date that I wrote down the brand name in 2022. So it's like a nice full circle moment to now launch it in 2026, only 4 years later. The amount of you that keep commenting on my pajamas here, I would love to make this a ritual with you where you watch my vlogs in your pajamas on Sunday. That would be so cute. I just have had such a long journey with this brand. I've thought of, not doing it altogether multiple times. I have woken up in the middle of the night and just not gone back to sleep because my head used to just spiral into all of these thoughts that, I'm not meant for this and I shouldn't do something like this. The thought and this brand has not left my mind also. Maybe the universe, God, has some type of plan for me, because this idea has just not left my head. Like, I've always felt like I'm being pulled towards it, but at the same time I'm like dealing with so many other things that I'm being pulled backwards. But I just want to give this a shot and see how it goes, maybe give myself a year, 2 years to see how this whole idea and this whole brand pans out. I just hope you guys find something that you like with this brand. Maybe not now, but maybe in the future. I don't know. But I am just very excited to finally share this with you. I can now talk to you openly in my vlogs. I can now talk to you about, I can now wear the sets finally on camera, which is so nice. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope to see you with your pajamas on. You know what? The most exciting part for me has to be that I can live in my pajamas and call it my job. That is my favorite part about this whole thing. But anyway, I'm gonna end the video now. I love you and thank you so much for your support once again. Hopefully I can see you in your Homebody pajamas very soon. Bye!